What's going on, guys? Meteorologist Jonathan Kegges back with you on a Thursday. We are a week away from Christmas. Hope everybody is getting ready. If you are having big plans, the weather is going to cooperate, I think. It's going to be warm, so not feeling very festive. Hope you're having a great Thursday night. We're taking a live look tonight, Port Canaveral and St. George Island this evening, coming at you live, of course, as always, on News 6 Plus and on the News 6 Plus and on the News 6 YouTube page. See it right there. A couple of showers out there. We had a few showers push through today. It really didn't amount to much, but we talked about this yesterday that we would likely have a couple of stray showers moving in either first along the coast and then moving southwest and northeast. And that's where we continue to have just a few sprinkles out there, moving in from southwest to northeast. Again, did not amount to much. Was not expecting it to really bust a drought or anything like that. I want to show you some of the rainfall totals from across the state of Florida today. I'm going to bring up my other screen so I can advance this for you to show it. There are the rainfall totals. This is past 24 hours. I mean, barely measurable through central Florida. Tampa at least got a quarter of an inch, give or take. Pensacola, the big winners, 1.2 inches of rain over the last 24 hours, and then just about a half inch of rain in Tallahassee. So certainly some much needed rain for the Panhandle as they continue to battle some extreme drought status or drought conditions up in that direction. So we're going to talk about, again, the rain chances going up a little bit again for the rest of tonight and into the early stages of tomorrow. I think a lot of us are going to be on the drier side. And then we're going to talk about our night sky segment. That's every Thursday. We talk about what is in the night sky. There's not a ton to close out December, but we get some planets back, and Saturn in particular is going to be in a cool position. So we're going to go over that and how to see that and what to look for the day after Christmas. And then it is Thursday, so we are going to take a look at that drought monitor. That does not include the rain that we got today across parts of Florida. It goes up until Tuesday. So it's the rain up until Tuesday, then it's computed, and then it comes out early on Thursday morning. So we're going to take a look at that on the other side of this break. First, though, we're going to break down the rest of this forecast. Clouds and rain forecast for the rest of tonight. And there's 7 o'clock on your Friday morning. Just a few stray sprinkles possible if you're up early and driving to work. And then there it is. There's 6 o'clock on your Friday morning, Friday evening, I should say. And the clouds are quickly getting out of here. So we've been stuck in the clouds for the most part today and yesterday. That is going to go away. The clouds are once we get to tomorrow evening. So some clearer skies coming back down the pipeline. We'll cool down a little bit. I mean, emphasis on the little bit. It's really not going to do anything much, the cold front, unless you are in South Florida. We'll get into that part of the temperature forecast in a second. But there's a lot of sunshine with the exception of the coast on Saturday. Temperatures right now in the low 60s across the northern tier of the state. We're at 71 in Orlando. Fort Myers, we're at 74. West Palm, it is 9:36 at night, and it is 78 degrees on December 18th. That is pretty wild. We're at 75 in Key West as well, 77 in Miami. Those are the current temperatures. Now, tomorrow, a super warm start, right around 70 degrees in Orlando, 50 in Pensacola. That's our cool spot. Tallahassee, we're checking in at 60, and then lower 70s in Fort Myers. So it is going to be warm no matter how you slice it, with the exception of areas like west of Apalachicola. That is where I think we're going to stay on the warm or on the cooler side from that front. And you see what I'm talking about there. Tallahassee points west. We're right where we should be, into the mid 60s in Tallahassee. That's the gray box. That means average. Right around 60 in Pensacola. Lower 80s in just knocked down my water bottle. Thankfully, there's a lid on it. 80 in Orlando, 83 on Vero Beach, and then 85 in Miami. So every one of those temperatures are above normal. And then we also join the above normal crowd across the northern tier of the state from Jacksonville to Pensacola and then north. So some things to think about there. It is going to continue to get warmer as we get into this upcoming weekend, and then that warmth holds closing in on Christmas. I mean, look at this, pushing 80 on Sunday. I think we'll see a few extra clouds on Sunday, but it should be on the warmer side on Sunday as well. All right, guys, I have to get my first break in. Sunday, by the way, is a very special day. Does anybody know what Sunday is? Post that in the comments. This is like kind of bonus trivia Tuesday. No multiple choice or anything like that. It's a certain day, I guess, in the weather slash astronomy world. I don't know, probably giving too much away. Sunday's important. We'll talk about what that is, what it means, and then we're going to take a look at how you could see a cool shot of Saturn in the night sky coming up after this short break. Post in the comments, Sunday, December 21st. It's something. We'll see you in 3 minutes. Alrighty, guys, welcome back to News 6 Weather live at 9:30. Couldn't stump anybody this time around. Everybody in the chat got it. I love, though, the fact that there are multiple answers to say the same thing. Somebody said shortest day of the year. That's Julie Jules. Kimberly said winter solstice. And then I saw first day of winter in there somewhere, or maybe I'm making that up. But we can, no matter how you slice it, all of those are correct. Sunday is the first day of winter, the winter solstice, and the shortest day of the year. So here's the deal with how the seasons work. Okay. And I know most people know this, but we're going to take a look at where we stand in the middle of space here. Of course, the winter solstice this time around is December 21st. It can either be on on December 21st or December 22nd. So one of those 2 days every year. The Earth's axis is tilted away from the sun. We talked about this before whenever the town formerly known as Barrow, Alaska, one of the northernmost point of the United States, is in polar night. So they haven't seen the sun come above the horizon since, I believe, November or something or other. November 21st, I think, give or take. It's been a while, and they won't see the sun until like the middle of January come above the horizon because they are tilted away. The Arctic Circle is tilted away from the sun. So for us in Florida, it's if well, for everybody, it's the shortest day of the year, longest night in the northern hemisphere. And it's the opposite in the southern hemisphere because you see the Earth is on that 23.5-degree tilt relative to its axis. That dotted line is the axis there, or is straight up, I should say. And then the tilt that you see there is the Earth's axis at 23.5 degrees. That is why we have the seasons. And right now we are in, or about to be, in winter. So the shortest day of the year coming on Sunday. On Monday, we start to gain daylight. It's only by a few seconds, but we start to increase daylight. So it's something. All right. On December 26th, it's been a while since like planets have been super visible. In the evening, the morning has been stealing that a lot for the most part, but Saturn is going to be on display on December 26th. So it's going to be an easy find because it's going to be chilling with the moon on December 26th. So the easiest way to find Saturn, it's going to be relatively bright, but it's going to be next to the super bright, almost half moon. So all you need to do is just find the moon, and then that little speck that's going to be near it is going to be Saturn. So pretty cool stuff there. Saturn's really cool to look at with a telescope. Later on in January, I think it's January, maybe it's a little bit later, that it's good viewing of Jupiter. So we're going to get Jupiter back into the evenings as well. So the Saturn is going to be pretty close to the moon in the evening sky. It's going to be in the southwest sky. I think I forgot to mention it's going to be in the evening, but it will be in the evening sky near the moon. Look towards the south and west. But I mean, if you see the moon, you really can't miss it. In terms of the moon, the new moon is coming up on December 19th. So if you do like to look at the stars, and you do like to look at the planets and things like that, if you like to stargaze, period, it's always the best to do it during a new moon because you don't have any moonlight. Where we had the Geminids, where people said they saw some of those meteors, it still would have been better had it had been a new moon, or if it didn't rise until late in the morning or something like that. So the new moon is tomorrow. That's going to happen at 8:43. Again, it's going to be nice and dark out there. So if you do want to, if you're going camping or anything like that, maybe um, a pre-Christmas camping trip or glamping trip, it's going to be great viewing opportunity with the new moon involved. By December 27th, a couple days after Christmas, we're at the first quarter. So again, that's going to go and play when you see Saturn. I think I said it was going to be half full. So first quarter on December 27th. And then on January 3rd, we have the first full moon of the year. That's going to become its peak illumination at 5:02. And then the last quarter moon coming in on January 10th, 2026. That's going to be weird. 2026. It's one of those things. People still write checks. It's bound to be screwed up for sure. All right, got a little bit of rain today. It's not included in the latest drought monitor, okay? That goes until Tuesday, but the update is not the greatest because the abnormally dry conditions are continuing to expand to the east. That's the yellow color. And then drought conditions have now officially taken over Denellen and the northwest side of Ocala. So we've kind of expanded the official drought, the moderate drought, into include more of Marion County. The rest of greater Central Florida, anyway, still in the abnormally dry, where there's the color, and then we're doing okay along the I-95 corridor, and move through. So that's that. As far as the rest of the state goes, there have been some improvements in the Panhandle. We had that exceptional drought in the mix. We had exceptional drought out there. Um, it's now extreme. So believe it or not, it is an improvement. So we'll take it, I guess, because we did have that very, very big strip of exceptional drought, really from Port St. Joe all the way to the west of Jacksonville. So it has shrunk. Well, the exceptional is gone, and the extreme has shrunk to that little nub around Tallahassee. Of course, we can still use some rain. They got some good stuff today. We will see how that plays out when it comes to um, next week's drought monitor on Thursday. Again, I don't think we're getting a ton of extra rain. This is what is to come. Wasn't much, and I don't think it's going to be much. But that's where future rainfall all the way through Sunday, 9 o'clock. There you go. Quarter of an inch, half an inch in South Florida, maybe along the coast. Everywhere else, barely measurable. So we'll take what we can get, of course, and it wasn't much today. Alrighty, guys, post in the comments where you're tuning in from. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. If you have any questions, again, post those in there, and I'll do my best to answer them. We're running out of time because we're talking about a lot of stuff tonight, but I will see you guys in just about 3 minutes. Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Thanks so much for being here on a Thursday night. 1 week to go till Christmas. Anthony's saying a very warm night in Florida. Melissa, the rain chances tomorrow are even lower than today. Stray sprinkle early in the morning, and then that's it. Then it's going to clear out, and we should see sunshine and clear skies for the evening. Otherwise, we are super, super dry. Not only for tomorrow, but all the way through Christmas. Again, it still looks warm across the country relative to normal, and it is still looking pretty nice in Florida if you like it on the warmer side. Again, mid 70s coming our way, maybe upper 70s by Christmas Day. There it is, temperature outlook by Christmas Eve all the way through December 28th. And again, that red means above normal temperatures are likely. Alrighty, guys, I have to get ready for the 10 o'clock show. Thank you a ton for being here. I really appreciate it. One more day, and then we are heading into Christmas weekend, at least the last weekend before Christmas. Thanks again for being here, guys. We will catch you tomorrow night right back here at 9:30. Better yet, New 6 at 10. We're going to have the latest forecast for you when it comes to any kind of rain chances tomorrow. I'll show you the latest high resolution future radar. And then we're going to break down those temperatures again. Christmas is officially on the 7-day forecast. So we are going to have that for you coming up in just a couple of minutes. Thanks so much. Hey, Zachary, what's up? We got like 30 seconds left. If you can be quick to ask your question, hit me. If you can get it done in 30 seconds. If not, we're back here tomorrow. Anthony says it's a big heat wave even in December. He is right about that for sure. Big time. Hey, Marky D, what's going on? Missed you before. The weather in Palm Beach tomorrow looks okay. I don't know about Islip. I don't know. There's a front up there. There's a storm moving through. I don't know. Let me see if I can pull something up real quick in the next. Yeah, there could be some rain around by 5:15 down that way, down your way. So it looks like some pretty heavy rain up there on Islip in the morning. There may be delays tomorrow out of Islip. There could be some delays. By 2 o'clock, there's still some good rain around there. So there could be some delays around Islip tomorrow. And then it's just gonna be light stuff here. They shouldn't have any problem landing. But if things got bottlenecked or whatever up there, then might be. Alrighty, guys, I have to run. Yeah, Zachary, I'd watch for potential delays, maybe out of Islip. Not guaranteeing it by any means, but um, a little windy, a little wet up there by the time the flight is scheduled. Much, much better down here, though, by the time. So get her in the air and she'll be all right. A little bumpy to take off, but it should be pretty good getting back into Florida. Alrighty, guys, I'm up against my time. Appreciate you all tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow, 9:30. Have a great night, guys.